Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here with a different kind of video tonight. I am going to just chat with you about my fabric. I don't think this is going to necessarily be a series, but I may create a playlist because here's the deal. I went through fabric today, scraps, boxes of scraps, like 3 boxes. I put aside some that were already cut for like my penny auctions. Many of you know I have penny auctions. I think I'll be having more of those because I really need to move this stuff and I can't just be doing a few here and there, and you know what I mean. It's got to get done. And then I have a box of other things that can be cut, like various fabric panels that I might have just, you know, one of. So I'll cut a quilt block out of that, or other kind of fabric that I cut up to make blocks for penny auctions. I love my penny auctions because it does bring me a lot of new people who find me through eBay, and then they find out about my videos and my blog, and so it's all like I'm really using the penny auctions almost like as a way of advertising. Plus I also get to get rid of some stuff. And then I have a box of the things that, what else? I have several boxes. I'm going to show you that too. Oh, and then I have the boxes of things that are scraps that are too narrow to like cut into quilt blocks, or even to cut into postage stamp size blocks, about 2 by 2 or a little bit more. So I keep looking there because I'm just looking at what I've organized. And I undug, undug means you're burying something? I don't know. I don't think there's such a word. I dug up in the bottom of a box that had tons of fabric on top, all fabric that I was expecting to cut for penny auctions. I found my crumb quilt blocks that I had made during my mad addiction when I was big into doing crumb quilting, and I had actually put some of those on eBay, and I want to put the rest on eBay, but we're really getting down to like odd shaped pieces, blocks I should say, not really finished, not really big enough, and I have been craving doing some crumb quilting. So I thought I'm going to work on these blocks whenever I feel like it and make them, I don't know, maybe 12 by 12, something like that. And then I can put some on eBay. And it just gives me a chance to sew, which I love to do so much, especially the crumb quilting stuff. But I don't always want to make a quilt top. So I just think that will be fun. So let me take you over to my mess and show you what I have. I know it's dark, but this is when I feel like recording. Okay, this couch is devoted to the stuff that's ready for the flash sales and my fabric frenzies. They're all organized, they're numbered, I know where everything is, and you know, some of them get repeated because they don't always sell out, but that's the stuff that I have ready. Because I don't have enough room on the couch for everything, some of the stuff is on this desk, which I hate because I need this desk. Because this is where I make paper beads when I do that, or doodle. So I'm really not able to do those things. It's where I used to do my ASMR videos. I still have my microphone there. Mr. Yeti, you see him? I miss him. And anyway, so this again is all stuff that has a purpose, except for this little pile. That's actually scraps that needs to go into one of these boxes. Now these boxes, I know, it looks like a hot mess because I'm always moving them, but they all have a purpose. Like this is the box where I'm making all the scrappy pre-cuts for the next fabric frenzy. These are the fabrics that I've already used, anything in bags. I separate those so I'm sure to not use them again for this, you know, this particular frenzy. And then I have, I don't want to screw everything up here, but I have stacks and stacks of pre-cuts, and I will be making lots with those pre-cuts. Under there is fabric that I'm supposed to use that I put aside for tutorials or whatever I want to do. Here I'm starting another 2 sets of 100 fat quarters. Then I have some yards cut, half yards cut. Here I'm cutting batiks out of leftover batiks that I have, again for the fabric frenzy. Under there, I don't know, it might be yards or half yards. 1 yard's there, probably 1 yards or half yards there, and this is pathetic. This is all stuff that is like under an inch. A whole big box full, like that. Oh, that's really good for like textile art, fabric art, but I'm not even into that. Oh, and then under the desk I have some boxes. I really have been doing really good at getting rid of a lot of fabric. And then there's some more over there, under there. This is my penny auction section. These are the auctions that happen to be up and running, so I have them dated. This stack started on 9/13, so when those auctions end, I take this over to my desk, and then whenever anybody pays, I can get that ready for the mail. This is the strip quilt that's up for auction, and a tunic. Oh, and there's a new tunic that's going to be coming out. It doesn't look like much there, but oh my god, it's so beautiful when it's hanging on my mannequin. And then these are all scheduled out. I'm scheduling auctions out. I'm in December now, so I have a box for September, October, November, and December. And then this is, oh, that's right, I have a brand new penny auction. I know it doesn't look like much on the auction, but this is actually 2 1/3 yards of fabric, 50 prints, all nice strips and pieces, and it's a penny auction right now on eBay, free shipping for USA. Other countries have to pay the shipping. But go check it out. I'll have the link for you down below. It starts at a penny, and you can win all these like prime scraps that I hand-picked today because I have so much stuff. Now this is my table that's next to my sewing machine. Where are we? And this is the stuff that I'm currently working on. So I pulled aside these things. First of all, let's start with this messy one. I found a pile more that I didn't go through, but in here I have bags, various bags. Like this one might be all quilt cotton. One is all solids. One is for all batiks. One is for India scraps. And those are the scraps that I sell normally like a half yard at a time, but I have that big one today, 2 1/3 yards. I go by weight, and so I really need to clear out a lot of this. This is awesome stuff for postage stamp quilts and crumb quilts. Then this is my little tray that I was using when I did the postage stamp quilt, so I need to use that up. I'll probably use that up in my crumb quilting that I will be doing. And then in here is all various things that have to be cut for penny auctions. It's not like fabric, like by the yard. It's like panels or fabric that has squares that I can cut and sell. And again, you might think, well, why just sell a couple things? Well, because I want a steady stream of penny auctions all the time, because it brings me new customers. And then here is all actual fabric that needs to be cut, except for, I would think this should go in this pile, because I'm going to be cutting pieces, but I can cut these. What the heck? Did I get everything mixed up? I was really busy with this. Anyway, it's stuff that all has to be cut. And then here is the stuff that is already cut. I had a lot of the same of some prints because I had an aunt who died, and I inherited all her fabric, washed it all, and there was quite a bit of yardage. Some of the prints were maybe like 2 yards each, but little by little I just started selling them as penny auctions. That's the reason I started it. And this little guy, somebody won him and didn't pay, so he's going back in the mix. I leave him in the bag that he was in so I can know at a glance this was the listing that had originally been on 9/1. So when I go to eBay, I can pull it up and quickly relist him. And then these are some cool little things that I forgot about. So it was in a big box, like there somewhere, that I, pulled all these things out to get ready. So now I have a plan, and that's where I found my crumb blocks. Where did they go? Are they here? I think they're here. Okay, this is fabric. So let's just look at some of these. See, they're different sizes, They're like all the beginnings of crumb blocks, and I'm just going to finish all these and make them into nice big boxes. Boxes. That's all I've dealt with today is boxes. Nice big blocks, and trim them. Maybe not too big. It's hard to do crumb quilting when you're getting like 8 to 10 inches because you have to create your own crumb strips to keep going around. But anyway, I will figure it out, and I'm going to enjoy that very much. Then I was using that bottom drawer right there to keep other crumbs. As I sew, I throw stuff in there. So I've got all these crumbs. Some of them are big pieces. Some of them are even leftover fabric from when I used to do the upcycled fashions, which I'd love to do. But as long as they're cotton, or I'm okay with a cotton poly blend for the crumbs and for crazy quilts also, especially for crazy quilts, I can use some of that. And then here's a box. This was my first box for my crumb stash. I mean, I outgrew that box quickly. And I have crumbs in here. I have crumbs, and I have some more little, pieces that I had started working on. So I have quite a bit started. And then more crumbs. These are very narrow crumbs. So I might not be using those, but of course I won't throw them away. And I think somewhere I have even tinier pieces, which is like really kind of pathetic. I don't know. This is a box that Skylar had decorated. Yes, look. I mean, this is like confetti. That's very, very sad that I'm saving stuff like that. But it's because I had an idea and I never like finished the idea, so of course I won't throw them away. So I have a lot to work with, and I'm anxious to get started. It's going to be fun to just, sit down every now and then right there at my machine and sew. Look, I have a Whiteout Addiction. I have it here in case I jot down notes and I make a mistake. I have one at my computer. I mean, it's terrible. I can't have a mistake on my paper. I have to white it out. Hate that. That's pretty much going to be it for this video. I will keep you updated on my progress when I'm doing the crumb quilting. I will show you, what I create, and I will also jump in with some tips if I, find a new way to do things. The thing is that it was quite a while ago when I did the whole crumb quilt series, crumb quilting adventure. I'll link down below to that. It's my most popular series on my channel. Sometimes I will think of something and say, oh, that's cool, not even realizing that I already thought of it before and showed you guys even. So sometimes I repeat the stuff that I tell you because I don't remember that I did it before. I don't even remember that I did it. I'm far from remembering that I showed you that I did it. I just think it's going to be fun, and I think the fact that I can jump in and talk about what I'm doing every now and then will keep me going. It'll be a good way to get rid of some of this fabric. Now, I certainly didn't show you everything. I didn't even show you everything here on this main floor. I do have a video showing you the tons of fabric that I have in the cellar. It was all fabric that I bought during my sewing business that I had for 11 years. I'm just saying, there's a lot of fabric in this house. I also have stuff upstairs. I also have just different sections here that I didn't show you. Like, I didn't show you my stacks of boxes of India tapestries and now the sarongs. I have 2 whole sections of stacked boxes of just those things. And then under my table, there's stacks of fabric. It's just everywhere. But I would say I've gotten rid of like maybe half of what you saw in the boxes. That front room, I couldn't even, the boxes were just stacked everywhere, and I had boxes with bolts of fabric standing up. Again, I used to buy at Martin's, and I would just buy entire bolts, and it just got to be too much because I didn't want to repeat the same things right away, so I had those bolts, and I'd say, well, I have to wait. I got to go get other prints, and then I'll have those prints again for later. But like I said, I'm not doing that anymore. I still have a lot of older stuff. When I say older, like mostly last fall is when I did a lot of fabric shopping, so a year. And once I move all that, I'm going to be pretty much just ordering from my current supplier. And I have 108 yards that got shipped today, so that will be here soon. Oh, and I didn't even show you that. When I do the unboxings, I didn't show you where I stack all that, and there's always some leftovers. So I'm a busy girl, I really am. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be jumping in with more soon. I will certainly have more quilt top tutorials soon. I have a big shipment of batiks coming, but that's already sold. I did pre-orders, and I got a lot of orders, but I always order extra, so I should have 4 additional prints, a lot of yardage on those, so I'm thinking I might want to do a nice batik quilt top. I haven't done that yet, so hopefully that all works out. All right, thank you so much for watching. Go check out my links down below for the eBay auctions, the crumb quilt adventure, whatever else is down there. Thanks for watching. Bye.